Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome. Good evening, everybody. I always give it a few minutes because I think there's a bit of a delay in it coming online, but good evening, everybody. Welcome, RJH live stream, Sunday, 3rd of October, 2021, from the UK tonight. Yes, so I am back from Spain. My month away, I'm back from Spain. I'm back in the UK. So, how are we all? Are we all well? God, dear me, what a month, what a week, what a day. Whew. So, where do we start? I suppose, first of all, then, well, congratulations to all the Team RJH for the last week, working in pretty poor conditions, I must say. The weather's been absolutely atrocious, hasn't it? The weather has been appalling. And the challenges, the weather, the challenges, petrol. It's been a very challenging week, a couple of weeks, and I think it might have that to come over the next few weeks. So well done to Team RGH for their perseverance and getting everybody through. Lots of passes, module ones. What are the challenges as well? Tests being cancelled at short notice. It's absolutely disgraceful, but it's another story. So not only the weather, not only the lack of fuel, but the test centres letting us down, examiners going on, letting us down. So lots of challenges, but well done to everybody. Team RJ getting people through their tests. Lots of CBTs, lots of tasters, lots of module 1s and module 2s. So well done to all of those across all of our sites. Also, a big thank you to all of our viewers that watch the channel up and down the country, letting us know, giving us positive vibes that the channel and the videos have been helping them get their results, helping them achieve their objectives. So thanks very much for that. Keep them coming. All right, so keep them coming. So yeah, I flew back to the UK yesterday, 2-hour delay at Alicante. No, didn't hit the bar. I went and got some water, got a sandwich from Just Eat, got a Bite magazine, although it was in Spanish. So it was pictures, really. I couldn't really read it. But anyway, I just had to sort of tuck myself away for a couple of hours at Alicante Airport. So, and yeah, beautiful weather, beautiful Alicante yesterday. You know, eating out, could eat out on the seafront. You can eat out up until 10, 11 o'clock at night. Not a problem. Shorts, T-shirts. And then as soon as we flew back into north of Birmingham, the clouds just changed. Oh, my goodness me, the weather. And so, yeah, back to the wet English weather. Absolutely shocking. So I've been sat downstairs with a fire on, the heating's been on. I had to go out, do a 6-mile, I think, 5-mile walk earlier on just to get warmed up. The weather, the wind, and the dark and the rain, it's just shocking. So anyway, I want to get back to Spain as soon as I can. So anyway, on arrival, got back here, had a nice little parcel for me, and I've ordered some white RJH polo shirts for the summer. But the summer is gone. Where's the summer here? Anyway, but that's that. So, yes. So that's where we are. And tonight is just open question for any of you ladies and gents that are getting in onto two wheels, because there's not only myself, There are other instructors in the chat room, and there's other ex-trainees in the chat room with lots of experience. So you get asking away. Questions will be forthcoming. Not a problem. Now, what I do want to say also is Manchester, RGH Manchester, we've got the 3 sites, might be 4 shortly. We've got the 3 sites, we've all got their own Google places. Well, Manchester alone has just achieved 900 5-star Google reviews, or should I say Manchester has achieved 900 Google reviews and is rated 5 stars. Now that's some going. So Northwich has got its own few hundred, Wigan's got its own, but Manchester, RGH Manchester, has achieved last week 900 Google reviews. So that is worth mentioning, and it's down to everybody. It's down to everybody that instructs out of RGH Manchester. And so anyway, thought I'd get that out. I thought I'd share that with you. So well done for that. It's quite an achievement. And, you know, people, I get feedback from people, oh, you pay to get. No, we don't pay. We have incentives for the instructors to encourage Google reviews. But Google reviews are open and honest. And, you know, it's a great benchmark to the standard that we aim to maintain. So there we are. So I came back from Spain. Lisa stayed in Spain. She's having a few more weeks over there. I'm going to go back out probably November. So, and I'm looking at riding my mic down. So anyway, my tan is quickly fading. But that is that. That's that out the way. So let's have a look. How are we all doing anyway? Are we all doing okay? So what I'm going to do then, let's just have a look and see who is in the chat room. And we'll take it from there. Had a couple of moaners from the live streams. I'll share that into you in a minute. As you all know, I like my little stories. So if I've got a little story, I can tell you. Somebody really, really liked the story about my little 125. And if you play back the last week's stream, the little 125 that we had stolen, and then over 12 months later, I ended up being notified it was in one of the compounds. You know, oh God, if you want to know the full story, listen back on it. But the only reason I kept it and thought, right, I'm going to pay and get this is because I put the key and turned it and it purred like a kitten. You wouldn't recognize it. It was absolutely cannibalized, but the heart was still there. So I got it going. Now, somebody commented on the story, the fantastic story. So thanks very much for that. Good evening. I've got a couple of other little stories I'll tell you in a minute, but let's catch up in the chat room before we get out of control. So good evening, Sophie Utley, one of our new CBT instructors. She's been with us for what now, 2 or 3 weeks. She was on the last instructor training workshop, last but one training instructor workshop. But anyway, motorcycle workshop. Welcome to Sophie. TH3 British, good evening to you. Paul Sugden, good evening. Brycey, good evening. KK Adventures, there's a new one. Like video already. Mod 2 coming up in a few weeks. Time past Mod 1 last week. Fantastic. So play back the Mod 2 live streams, KK Adventures, and also there's a lot of links in those live streams to live videos that we've done. We'll help you out. Any questions, get on the channel and fire away. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And all I ask is like the video, comment the video. It does help with the YouTube algorithms. Good evening, Sylvia. Yep, welcome back. Yep, I'm glad to be back. The weather is not favorable to me. Don't like the weather. Claire Bear, good evening. Yes, it was a good break, a good month away. So yes, very enjoyable. Turn that volume down a little bit. Sophie again, good evening. Isabel Taylor, good evening, Isabel. I am very well. How are you? I think I've seen you in the chat before. Tell us a bit about yourself, Isabel. Where are you from? Are you learning? Are you learning with us? Brycey, okay, approaching a roundabout, a mini. Well, it's going to be a roundabout or a mini roundabout, so one or the other. What does the sign say to you, first of all? First exit is straight ahead. At what point do you apply left indicator on leading up to roundabout like normal, or when you have entered the roundabout mod 2? No, not when you enter it. That's too late. So you want to indicate as early as it is safe to do so. 10, 12 car lengths away. Good evening, Jude. Welcome back. KK Benches, unfortunately, lives in London, or she, don't know, male or female. KK Adventures lives in London. We get viewers from all over the country. AW8, good evening. Duncan, good evening, Duncan. AW8, bad news, failed your module 2. Oh dear, that is bad news. Poor Sugden, pass your mod 2 on Friday. Fantastic, well done. AW8, what did you fail on, mate? 2 minors is good going, that. 10 minors, get your pass. 2 minors is a good ride. Should be very proud. Well, listen, AW8, get it next time, mate. TH3 British, all the bike training schools in my area are all backed up for 4 to 5 months. So it's a long wait to take my CBT. Well, CBT, we can get you in straight away. We've got about, well, there's about 12, I think 11 or 12 of us now teaching across 3 schools. 4th school, all being well, soon. But we have availability same week. So we can get you in for a CBT the same week. Test module 1, module 2 train, again, there's half a dozen of us. We can all, so we don't have to wait. We don't have to wait, or you don't have to wait if you come with us. But yeah, I mean, 4 to 5 months, we're getting on top of the backlog. We are getting on top of the backlog. And I would say what we're finding more challenging now is the test availabilities, because we keep getting let down. Isabel's fiance Steve's been watching the videos and getting much from as possible so we can then get an eye on what will be coming when he finally gets lessons, possibly next year. Fantastic, Isabel. Lots of useful information on the channel, and you can ask questions along the way also. So the beauty with the live streams is you can interact with not just myself but other instructors in the school that do play an active role in the chat room. AWA, keep up the good work. Yeah, Sophie, well done. Yeah, Sophie. What's the closest location of your school? I live in Stoke-on-Trent. Ah, well, listen, I know Stoke-on-Trent well. So come over to Northwich. If you come over to Northwich, I'd say that's under an hour. So TH3 British, on J&S Accessories, Oakley and Northwich. It's actually outside of Northwich. So Stoke-on-Trent, I would say you can get there 45 minutes tops. Yeah, used to knock around Stoke-on-Trent in the early days. Newcastle Underline Test Centre. Used that quite a lot. Burton-on-Trent Test Centre when we first opened in Congleton. And I've got a lot of trainees that passed with us from Stoke-on-Trent. Yeah, so one of the I had one lad. He came on last week, and not that I'm moaning or anything, but anyway, he came on last week, and I think he opened up the conversation by he failed his test 4 times. Can we help? So yeah. Well, this is all. What help do you need on here? Got all the chat room, all the videos. There's plenty of help there, isn't there? And I thought name familiar, that name. So looked on the database because we have quite a good system in place. When somebody phones up, we log the call. We've got the call. It's all followed through. We follow up and follow up and follow up. And this particular lad, he's failed at his school in Blackburn, so pretty comfortable knowing which school it would be. But in his notes on our system, he didn't book with us because he thought we were too expensive. So I'm thinking, well, if he thought we were too expensive, then he's gone to another school, hasn't he? And he's failed 4 times. So buy cheap, buy twice. So, we're not the most expensive, but we're not the cheapest. But what we do offer is, I believe, to be, as good as it gets. Safe place to pull over, double yellow lines, yes or no? Right, well, AD, there is no right or wrong answer to that. It could be yes, it could be no. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little video in, and that's prompted me to the second person that had a little moan at me. Anyway, but let me just find this video. Because on your test, you can park on double yellow lines. But then again, you can't park on double yellow lines. So hopefully this video will explain. And it's a really good video about double yellow lines. Carl says no. Well, no, that's wrong. It could be no, it could be yes. So watch this video. Stopping on double yellow lines. Question mark. Watch that video. No, not necessarily emergencies. Watch that video. It will explain to you when you can park on double yellow lines and when you cannot park on double yellow lines on your Module 2 test. So watch that video and you tell me if it makes sense. Okay, and that is for AD. But it's a really important question. It's a really valuable question. Yes, Sophie, it is. RJH is value for time and money. And there's that saying, isn't there? Quality training isn't cheap. Quality training isn't cheap. But cheap training isn't quality. And that is, you know, along many different sectors. So the other guy that had a little bit of a grumble, but anyways, so Aid has just asked me a question on the channel, and this lad's messaged me, and he said to me, he said, it's pointless watching this video. So my reply to him was, well, don't watch it then. If it's pointless, don't watch it. And then he's responded to me and said, well, every time anybody asks you a question, you send them to a video. So I said, well, at the end of the day, if you get asked a question and you can watch a video, watch it. Surely that's much better. And I think that might have been Jamie who's just come on. He's laughing. So that's where I stand on it, Jamie. You ask a question. If I've got a video, mate, I'll post a link. So if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't behave on the chat, I'll ban you. How's that? Only positive feedback in here. Positive, constructive feedback is what we like. We don't like any nonsense. What's your image? AW8. What is your image? Let me know. Simple as ball bag. Been round the block a few times, mate. Take it or leave it. That's what. Take it or leave it. I'm here free of charge. I'm giving you my time. Come on, AW8. What's the image, mate? AW8. Put value on thoughts of the image I posted link to. Have I missed it? Is it further up? Hold on, where are we? Further up. Have I missed some AW8? Let me know, mate. I will give you my opinion for what it's worth. We don't work on pass rates. So we don't sit down and work on pass rates. I don't know. You know, I could sit here and say we have 100% pass rate because we do. Everybody that we get through, everybody signs that we get through, they pass. Whether they pass first time or second time is irrelevant, but we don't work on pass rates. What we do work on is, you know, so look at our Google reviews, look at our Trustpilot reviews, look at our various social media reviews, which are, I have to say, a hand on heart higher than a lot, and that gives you an idea of what we're doing. TH3 British. Now I could sit here and tell you one thing, and then you could talk to somebody else and they'll tell you another thing, and then you talk down there and they'll talk you another thing. What I would say to you is listen to your instructor. So if you do your CBT on a 125, this is for TH3 British. If you do your CBT on a 125, your instructor will have spent all day with you, and they would be better equipped to tell you what they think you should do. And I would say to some people, don't get a 125, get booked straight back in. I even let them go on a 650 because they're nice riders. Other people, I'd say, listen, you want to go and get yourself a 125 and get some confidence up and get some skills up. So nobody can answer that for you, TH3 British, other than your instructor. Okay. So if you come and spend the day with us up in Northwich from Stoke, if you come up, your instructor at the end of that CBT will then give you their honest opinion. Alan Cookson, good evening, Alan. Passed with us over in Northwich and then quickly followed by his brother, or maybe not so quickly. Took him a little while, but he felt a bit left out, didn't he? Both very, very nice riders. And I think at the last count, Alan's probably got more bikes than what we've got. Every time he comes along, he's got a new bike. Yeah, it's not a bad Sunday evening, is it? 25 people watching, 12 likes. So anybody that is on the chat room, please do like the video. It does help. The comments are really important, and it's fantastic when you get the comments and the interaction. But the likes on the video do help as well. It's amazing the difference that they do make. So I bet most people haven't been going out the last few days unless you've had to. Poor instructors have been out in the wet and the cold and the dark. Ugh. KK Adventures. I ride a Honda CB500X for work. And let me tell you now, I'll tell you another little story. For a brand new one, you get one for about $5.5 grand. And I ride, my sort of passion is Honda. My passion is Honda because the first bike I rode in 1972 was a Honda. And it's a fact. The first bikes that you ride or you learn on, you do tend to stick with that brand. It's, you know, it's how it sort of works generally. So I ride Hondas. I've got CB 1000, CB F1000 GT in the garage. I've ridden the Pan-Europeans, 500, many Hondas over the years. So this year I bought a couple, one for centre manager in Manchester, and I liked it so much I bought myself another one. So I bought myself a 2021 Honda CB500X, and I absolutely love it. It's not got top end, you know, it's top speed. You get what, 70, 80, but you know, legally you can only use 70 anyway, can't you? You know, you're not going to be getting you know, serious speeds out of it. But I'll tell you what I love about it, apart from the fact that it's giving me 92, 93 miles to the gallon. That's what I'm getting out of mine. But I'll tell you what I love about it is that it takes me back to being a kid on a bike, because it's lightweight, it's nimble, there's not a great deal technically to it. It's relatively simple, and it just reminds me of riding the old Yamaha DT125s off-road. It's got that, you just swing it about. It's a fantastic bike. So if you're getting a bike for commuting, It is a brilliant bike. I'd recommend it 100%. I don't think you'd be disappointed. So what I think about it is, for a first bike, spot on. So for AW8, no, cannot see any link, fella. No link. You can always email it. If you want to email it, you can email it if that's easier. Info at RJH Group. Email it to there and let's have a look at it. Thanks for joining us, Claire Bear. Thanks for joining us. Good evening, Dave. Spain was fantastic. Home yesterday. Claire Bear, oh, and please can you give Charlie a nudge about sending my hoodie? I will leave him a message. Claire, I will leave him a message. Maybe, I don't know whether you're able to put a link into the chat, AW8. It might be, I know I can put a link in, but you might not be able to put a link in. That might be the reason. Might be just deleting it straight away. Christopher White, been watching a lot of your vids. Be watching a lot more soon. Got me CBT on 23rd. Cheers for the content. No problem at all, Chris. Good luck with your CBT. Where are you doing it? Please like the video, and it does help. Comment away on this chat. We love the comments. It does help. And also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I did put the email a bit further up there, AWA, info@rjhgroup.co.uk. We provide helmet, jackets, gloves. We don't provide footwear, TH3. We don't provide footwear, ankle protection footwear you need to bring yourself. Denim jeans as a minimum, but we can provide jacket, trousers, gloves, all the sort of essentials. Yeah, some schools don't. Some schools don't, but, you know, some schools do, some schools don't. Yeah, good. Automatic. There's a lot of automatics. I mean, you know, wind the clock forward 20 years and all the electric bikes, they're mainly going to be all automatics, aren't they? So nothing wrong with automatic. Nothing wrong with automatics at all. Over in Durham. Christopher is over in Durham. Africa Twin 750, yeah. You know, anything around the 600-700 is a good. What more do you need? What more do you need? You don't need a great deal more. Maybe if you got, well, say you don't need a great deal. Take my words back. Depends what you do. If you're getting a passenger on the back, taking the missus on the back and traveling Europe, then you're going to need something a bit bigger than the 750. Yeah, that's when you're going to need your 1000cc plus, isn't it? But single rider, commuting, fun, then a 600-700 is, yes, all good. It's all good. All right, let's have a look what we got here. What are we looking at then, AW8? Let's have a look. Maps. Leon the Solent. What am I looking at, mate? I've got a right, let's see if we can zoom in on that then. So you're looking at Marine Parade and Richmond Road. Is that right? So, which way are you going? The mouth of Minor has double line giveaway markings across whole width. Looks like a one-way. Yeah, can see that. It's an old road, isn't it? If you look at it, yeah, if you look at it, this old road markings that. So it's been the road originally would have been straight, and it's got a little bend at the end, hasn't it? Yeah. So have you turned right then in the opposite side of the road? It's, yeah, I mean, how easy would that be to do that under test situations? I would say AWA, that would be very, very easy. Other than you know, getting the speed under control and assess it and reading all the information that's available. But what you've got there is an old road going straight on, and the new road is turning to the left, and the old road markings haven't been taken away. And it's a shame, really. I would think that if you have an instructor on a, you know, training you around that area, they would have brought that to your attention. I was in control, but I turned in position to left within 1 foot of curb as preparing to stop on curb. Yeah. Unfortunate, mate. If that's what we're talking about. Yeah, that is interesting, that, isn't it? That is a new piece of road. Nice scenery, that, though, isn't it? Taking your test on the beachfront. Poof. I would say, and if the weather, I mean, that Google photograph, the Google map thing, that the weather's really nice, but I can see if the weather was bad, you could easily make that mistake. But what I would say is AWA, put it under your belt. It's all experience. Get back in. and you will, you will do it. Yeah, so turning right into Richmond, is it? Yeah. Oh, Marina Parade, Richmond, yeah. Right, so you're coming major to minor. Yeah, it's tricky, that, isn't it? It is a tricky one, that. Yeah, tricky one, that. Good evening, Paul Keating. Matt McCowan, thinking of a V-Strom 650, first big bike. Lovely bike. Suzuki V-Strom. Absolutely lovely bike. And AD Summerlin, safe place to pull over again in an emergency. Why not a bus stop? Or if you're aware of what's behind and you're only looking in your mirrors and it's only placed within 5 meters due to park cars. Listen, if you need to stop in an emergency, then you need to stop. Doesn't matter. Now, what is your definition of an emergency? If you've got an ambulance behind you, you need to pull over. So, but on a test situation, if you're asked to find somewhere safe, if you're asked to find, then I've got a few videos on the channel of what you can get away with and what you can't get away with. But if you've got an emergency, you need to pull over. Torrential rain wouldn't help. AW8 wouldn't have helped. Protagonist, good evening, Protagonist. Now, that name rings a bell. Protagonist, are you, have you passed with us? I think you might pass with us. Good evening, Paul Keating. Good evening to you. What do you think? Fast track test. Whew. Listen, you get what you pay for, mate. That's all I can say. You get what you pay for. We offer what we call a fast track, which is for somebody who's got experience. It's all aimed at what your ability is. Now, if you've not ridden a bike and don't want to be doing a fast track, felt it was a good mod 2 last week, but apparently failed on obstruction and clearance. So what, not given enough clearance? And what was the obstruction? Are they both the same? Or was it a repetitive problem? Tell us a little bit more and we'll see what we can do for you. TH3 British. I did a live stream on changing gears a couple of weeks ago. You could have a look at that one. Not a lot of information when to change the gear, and people say it just come with time and feeling depending on bike. Well, it does come with time, and it is all depending on the bike. I mean, different bikes will make you want to change gear differently. But if you're a new rider coming to us on a 125, we do it 10 miles an hour gear. So gear 1 up to 10, gear 2 up to 20, gear 3 up to 30, gear 4 up to 40, gear 5 up to 50. And then you'll develop that sense of how it sounds, how it feels. But most bikes you can travel it. Say if you're looking at 30 miles an hour, you could do 30 in gear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. But it's you've got to think of the environment, you've got to think of wear and tear on the bike, you've got to think of your fuel consumption. But have a look at that. live stream I did a couple of weeks ago of live stream on changing gears. And I've got a few videos on the CBT videos of gear exercises. You could listen to some of the briefs on that, might help you. Robbie, you've done your CBT and found having a 125 is really helping build your experience. Done 50 miles in 2.5 months and loving it. Great. It does, you know, if you have that option, then, you know, it doesn't do you any harm at all getting out on a 125. Use it as a tool, as that stepping stone to get onto the bigger bike. Oh, what are your top 3 quick tips for Mod 2? I've got I've got a video here somewhere for Mod 2. What I would say, ride for yourself. Tip number 1, ride for yourself. Tip number 2, make sure you have a good breakfast. If it's a morning test, make sure you have a good dinner if it's an afternoon test. Don't skip breakfast or don't skip lunch because you don't feel like it. I've got my test. Your brain needs food. Tip number 3, make sure you are hydrated. So 1, ride for yourself. 2, make sure that you have brain food. 3, make sure you're hydrated. And make sure, tip number 4, there's an extra one for free. Tip number 4, be prepared. I'm going to find a video here. I've got a video of what, and this is all my take. Obviously, it's my take. I'm not saying I'm, you know, don't want to be listening to everything I say. You want to be listening to your instructors and stuff. Take from my live streams. Take from my videos and take from it what you want. Now, let me see this video. Let me get this video somewhere near. Was anyway. Maybe it's gone. Wasn't that long ago. Because Mod 2 is as easy or as hard as you want it to be. Right, have a look at this one.
Adult survivors of child abuse crave and dream.
Who was it that asked that question? This is for Q8 Trippy. There's a video here. Have a look at that one. Just put a link in there. Q8 Trippy. Yeah, Kawasaki Vulcan, nice bike. Very popular bike. Along with the Honda Rebel, that style bike. 500 the Rebel, but the 650 is the Vulcan. Yeah, very nice bikes. Very nice first bikes. Yeah, you want a meter, BC? At least a meter. meter clearance, ideally. Yeah, I know. It's hard taking it, but listen to them. They're not, you know, they don't want to fail you. They want to pass you. That's what they want to do. Good luck with your test, Q8 Trippy. Thanks for joining. Sophie, there is no such thing as perfection. Okay? There is no such thing as perfection. Well, it's been a very good evening. What's that, 50 minutes? Yeah, I think we've peaked at about 25 people watching, 20 likes, which is good. So much appreciated, everybody that joins on. Thanks for joining us, TH3 British. Get yourself booked in up in Northwich. We will look after you. Yeah, you got to aim high. Always aim to improve. Nothing wrong with that. But the day we think we cannot improve, then we've got a problem. But always aim to be better. So, going to do a live stream, I think, on Wednesday evening. Don't know what about yet. Days, would like to pick your brains on Spain. What days are you free after Wednesday, Bob? I'm free every day. I'm busy every day, but I'm free every day. What are you thinking of? Yeah, get it done. Get it done. If you don't get it done, the years clock on. The years clock on. Are you thinking of moving to Spain, Dave? Are you thinking of a holiday in Spain? If you want to know anything about the language in Spain, don't ask me. I think I've got a couple of things. It was dos, which is 2. So it was generally dos café con leche, dos aguasingas, lemon was ice, and grande cerveza, a grande cerveza. Oh, we got an expert here. Uno cerveza. Yeah, cerveza, por favor. 1 beer. Large beer. Grande. I didn't have many of them, I have to say. Right, Dave. So if you want to know anything about the health form, mate, you're not asking the right person, because I don't do any of that. Fortunately, got somebody that does that all for me. But it was a bit of a fiddle going with the COVID and everything, which I believe now is a lot easier. But we had to, you had to have tests. I mean, there was a flipping pharmacist over there, €40 cash, only pay cash. Now, with COVID, nobody takes cash. So why is this chemist taking cash? €40 cash. And it wasn't even a fully proper test. It was a swab in your cheek. And €40. And I'm telling you now, he must have had a couple of hundred people going in there every day for this test at €40 cash. And you know where that was going, don't you? You know where the cash was going? In his back pocket. Ball bag. My motorbiking hobby has cost me around 10 grand so far and still no license. Should I carry on? So 10 grand on lessons, or have you bought a bike or what? £10,000. It is a lot of money. Yeah, it is a lot of money, but you've got to, if you want it, you've got to carry on, haven't you? But I don't know whether you're meaning that 10 grand is all on lessons and tests. But I know there was somebody that took 96 goes to pass their theory test. Well, if you think of 96 goes at doing a theory, 96, even at 20 quid, that's 2 grand just on theory tests. So we're coming up to about an hour. So it's going to be knocking off. And I'm going to go and chill out and watch a film. So I'm going to give it another 5 minutes and then we're going to be pretty much done. But I do appreciate everybody for joining. It's been a good one. I think on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing another live stream, possibly module 1 or 2. They seem to be well received, or maybe even CBT. It's been a good, active chat room tonight. Good to see the female RJH, female instructors contributing. All the best, AWA. Catch you next time. Thanks for joining. Much appreciated. Hopefully the weather will improve. Yeah, they are expensive. It never ends. Got chatting with a lad once, a couple of years ago now, and talking about bikes and stuff. He said he had 86 bikes. 86 bikes. Live stream. Mod 2. Could do a Mod 2. If anybody wants a Mod 2 live stream, I'll do another one on Wednesday. We have live stream Mod 2s, playback. There's probably about 40 live streams now, all in the live stream playlist, but I can do another live stream on Mod 2 on Wednesday night. That's not a problem. If anybody wants a live stream Mod 2, Pork Eating, yes. KK Adventures, yes. So Wednesday night, Wednesday the 6th, 8 o'clock, Wednesday the 6th, Mod 2. So I'll set a schedule on tonight. So look out for that one. So Wednesday night, that's what we'll do. All about Mod 2. Well, he had 86, I think, 83 or 86. A couple of them were in the loft, he told me. So how he's got that in the loft, I don't know. He's divorced, so that's why he was divorced. His missus got fed up with him, but and then once she left, I think it just escalated from there. But yeah, 86, 83, 86. Garages, he had a couple of garages as well. I think they were in the kitchen, in the lounge, all over the place. But it was only him lived in the house, so we had no problem. Yes, Paul Keating, there is a, I'm sure if you look on the playlists, Mod 2, I'm sure there's a couple of Mod 2 mock tests that we did. So take a look. But I will set a live stream for Wednesday the 6th. So this coming Wednesday, 8 o'clock. And we will see you all there. How does that sound? So I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to go watch a film. I like to watch me action movie late at night. Or if it's not action movie, it'd be Braveheart or The Last Samurai. They're my sort of favourites. So it'll be one of them. I watch them time and time again. Just winds me down after a busy day. So I will sign out. I wish you all well. Thanks for joining. And hopefully the weather improves. Be all out on your bikes. So bye for now. See you later. Where's the end stream button? Down there. Okay, bye for now.